Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Maverick here with episode 5 of Sakura Wars the Animation. So, last episode we got the internal conflict between the Imperial Combat Review to be mostly resolved. And when I say conflict, it's mostly just a personal thing between Sakura and Hatsuho, right? And of course, I guess the biggest thing that came out of last episode was the fact that Klara showed a little bit more of her powers and why she is exactly integral to the entire story, right? With that in mind, I do believe with the preview from the last episode that this one is going to be some investigating done by our resident ninja, and which is probably going to have a lot of, I'm not really sure how serious the investigation is going to be, so let's just jump right into it and find out. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. And as I mentioned last episode, I'm going to treat this series a bit more casually than I typically do my videos, meaning I'll probably keep it light on the review portion and the recap portion. Of course, if you normally only watch the blind reaction part, then I guess you aren't really missing out on much. Yeah, she's just ninja. Just do things from the shadows. She's basically gonna tell her. Okay, that was quite a cute animation there. She is certainly easy to. Huh. Okay. Ah. You know, for someone who is based off of, I guess, a ninja shtick, you would think that she dressed a little bit differently. I mean, sure, all the other girls, when they need to, they dress appropriately, right? But, I mean, when they're in their casual clothes, you would think they dress a little bit more, pertaining to what they're a play of. A specific trope or something. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I do wish they put some more review stuff in there. Alright. The goofball detective combo, eh?
は正面から行くのが得意で、絡めてから攻めるのは苦手だからな。
芝さんは神山隊長と仲がいいんですね。
なんでこんなに食いつきがいい？
ぜひそのあたりのお話を。
She wants the latest scoop.
今はその話じゃなく、クラーラを調べる方が大事。
そうでした。
うん。諜報活動をしていると聞いて、それに必要な道具を用意した。水に溶けるメモ。
いらない。
書いたそばから消えるインク。
いませんね。
変装ヒゲメガネ。
間に合ってる。
間に合ってる。
お二人の馴れ初め話は今度聞かせてください。
Okay. So that was basically just.
なんだ、朝食が待ちきれないのか？だったら手伝ったらどうだ？
違う。
あ、クラリスもいたのか。
はい、私も手伝います。
違う。
これを運べばいい。
I mean, if they help.
ほら、座ってろ。
お食事です。
おお、すまないな。
朝からこんなに食べられない。
しっかり食べないと大きくなる。
Look at the rice there.
いただきます。
Yeah, this is a pretty typical Japanese breakfast, I'd say. Traditional kind.
お腹いっぱい。
大変でしたね。
見て。怪しい。
そうでしょうか。
I guess Sakura
こんなところに。
is going to shut them down sometime later.
ここで何やってるの？朝からずっとクラーラの後をつけていたでしょう。
違うんです、さくらさん。
クラリス？
実は次の舞台の脚本で迷っていて、それであざみさんにお手伝いをお願いしていたんです。
あざみに脚本の手伝い？
はい。
なんで？
内容が探偵ものなので、忍者なら尾行とかできるかなと。
そうなんだ。それでクラーラを？
そんなわけで今日一日歩き回りますが、気にしないでください。
行こう。そうね。あんまりクラーラを怖がらせちゃダメよ。
はーい。うまくごまかせました。
クラリスすごい。
何がすごいんですか？
だってあんなにスラスラと言い訳。
Oh, those weren't really excuses.
ですから。それに次の舞台が探偵ものなのは本当ですよ。
それでもすごい。
とにかくもう少し探ってみましょう。
You know, I gotta say, this ninja is not being very ninja like.
いた。
どこに行くんでしょう。
怪しい。
誰もいませんね。朝風呂でしょうか。
It's actually gonna be someone else, isn't it? Let me guess. It's gonna be Shiba?
見えませんね。
Yep.
なんだ？なんだ、猫か。
You're- Aw, look at them, see? Even though they're being suspicious of Klara, their instinct was still to
目にあった。
actually, protect her innocence.
何か物音が。アナスタシアさん。
何をやっているのかしら。
あさみさんが次の舞台の
Playing detective.
手伝ってくれているんですよ。
そう、それは楽しみね。
クラーラ見なかった？
見なかったけど。
そう。
じゃあ私たちはこれで。
何だったのかしら。
You guys seriously suck at this.
いましたね。これからどうするんですか？
気づかれないように見張る。何してんの二人とも。今監視中。
実はカクカクシカシカで。
なるほどな。手伝えることあったら言うてや。金次第で何でもするで。
She seems to be way more helpful
その時は
than all these other girls. You guys.
ピコって体力勝負なんですね。
何も怪しいところがなかった。
何もなければそれが一番じゃないですか？クラーラさん、一体どこへ？いませんね。ここから上へ。
I thought it was only going to be big enough for.
どこに行ったんでしょう？
There's clearly footprints.
足跡。
あっち。 ご飯だよ。
Oh, it's a cat.
猫ですか？
みたい。
どうやら外れでしたね。
うん。
Oh.
おやおや、私は小さな毛玉には興味がないんだが、少し話をしないかい？
何を話しているんでしょうか？
よく聞こえない。
No, they can't hear.
母なる大地の永遠に続くと思われるような平野。冬は厳しい雪で覆われるが、春は誰にでも訪れる。その美しさを我々は待ち望むのだよ。まるでその猫のように。おやおや、嫌われてしまったようだね。と、本来の用事を思い出しました。いずれまた。
The umbrella. That's just so funny.
何を話してたんでしょう？
さあ。
今日はどういったご用でいらしたのかしら。
Asumere.
やはり我々の大事な隊員であるクラーラを返してもらおうと思いまして。
連盟本部からの正式な辞令はまだ届いておりませんが。
それは承知しております。ですが、いつになるかわからない辞令を待つのはモスクワの冬のように 一つ提案があります。
提案？この後はどうするんですか？
もう少し様子を見る。
You guys need to have a better plan. Like, seriously, you suck at this. I actually wasn't expecting her to be able to go out all on her own.
怪しい。
まさかクラーラさん、本当に何かあるんでしょうか？
Ooh. That was certainly quick.
クラーラさん、こっちに。
And so they keep on ending up protecting her.
コーマ反応です。場所は銀座6丁目。花組出撃。ダメです。量子戦闘機出撃できません。なんですって？その芝さんが。
Hmm? Oof. Yeah, I don't think this is something you can take on with just human power. Ooh. Shoot.
芝さん？
What?
覚悟しろコーマ。これは俺が密かに開発していた誰でも乗れる26式姿勢汎用量子戦闘機特型海。略して特海。行け特海。
Ooh.
何しに来たんでしょうか？
Agreed.
オスタパーガスコンカーサス。
Ooh.
そんな。もう一度。でも今
大丈夫。
オスタパーガスコンカーサス。
Huh.
大きい。
Oh, really? So I guess she has some. Well, we know from last episode she had some magic ability, but
よかった。
oh,
クロマント。待て。望月流忍法果樹忍法。
woo.
できる。
Aren't you afraid of hitting Klara?
今だ。
Oof. Ah. Oof.
間に合いました。
ありがとう。
無事でよかったです。
白マント。
白マントはクラーラさんを守ってくれたんでしょうか？
I wonder if Black Cape is actually, that dude, Umbrella Dude. I mean, we know who White Cape is. Sakura's sensei.
二人とも無事か？はい、クラーラさんも無事です。
一体どうなってるんだ。コーマが出現したと思ったら その反応が消えて駆けつけてみりゃクラーラが屋根から落っこちてる最中だし。
またあの怪人が現れてクラーラさんをさらいに来たんです。怪人って黒マント？はい。でも白マントが現れてクラーラさんを助けてくれました。
白マント、何者なんだ。
クラーラ、大丈夫？さくら？よかった。二人ともクラーラを助けてくれてありがとう。いや、どこに行こうとしてた？ついてきて。
All right. Scenic.
ローディナに似てる。ローディナ？故郷のことですね。そう。さっき故郷を称える詩を聞かされてちょっと思い出した。
Okay, that was what
ここから見える景色が似てる。
Umbrella Dude said, right? I kind of forgot his name.
バリショエスパシーバ。バリ、何？敵と
Kaminsky, I think.
助けてくれて。
I mean, Azumi can relate with something with related with homelands, right? Dude, you're still here?
芝くん？仕事を放っておいてここで何をしているのかしら？ 結局クラーラさんの秘密は分かりませんでしたね。違う、分かった。え、いつの間に？2発目の攻撃の時、クラーラの力はおそらく霊力の増幅。
Right.
なるほど、それであんな威力が。モスクワがクラーラを欲しがっているのもおそらくそれのせい。そのようですね。でもクラーラさんはもう私たちの家族ですから誰にも渡しません。
Like I said, they were also kind of smitten by her charms, I guess you could say. Alright, I think there might be a little bit more after this. I'm not really sure. If there is, I'll skip to it. If not, I'll see you guys later. Indeed, there is a little bit more, so let's watch this together in 3, 2, 1, play. Uh-huh.
咳をしても一人か。
What? What was the purpose of this dude appearing in this episode? Like, OMG. Alright. Anyways, see you guys later. Alrighty, so an episode went by and honestly nothing of value was gained. Okay, that might be a little bit harsh, but really, Azumi, you are the worst detective ever. Although I guess being a ninja doesn't necessarily equate to being a detective, but still, man, this was honestly, mostly forgettable, right? The only real interesting things I took out of this episode were the sort of dialogue between Kaminsky and Klara. You know, I still hold on to my theory that Klara is, well, first of all, we know that she's the sister of the other girl, right? Who was that called again? Layla, right? And I don't know. It could be possible that originally she was a willing compliance, but I guess the more logical thing would be to say no, she didn't like that, and basically she rebelled against Kaminsky and others, and so in the end, you know, things happened, and now she's lost her memories, and yada yada yada, right? Although I do believe that her trying to go for that little scenic thing at the end there was definitely her sort of regaining her memories due to being jolted by Kaminsky. And by the way, two things about Kaminsky. One is that we do see him sort of try to strike a deal with Sumire in this episode. Not really sure how come that didn't really go anywhere, But well, I guess that's for next episode, right? And then the last thing is in regards to the Black Cape, right? Now I have my suspicions that the Black Cape is basically Kaminsky, or if not Kaminsky, then perhaps Lena. Definitely someone that has something to do with the Moscow Combat Review, right? So I think the most logical person right now would be Kaminsky himself being the Black Cape, and then of course we got Sakura Sensei being the White Cape, and then they're gonna battle out, duke it out, or whatnot. And I think that's actually going to be the plot of next episode. They are going to reveal who Black Cape actually is, so we can look forward to that. Beyond that, yeah, not really that much else that happened this episode. I definitely was very curious as to why why we had Shiba show up and have so much screen time. Like, he even has more screen time than the main character, than Kamiyama, Seijiro. I guess it's just to basically make up for the lack of any male leads in this anime, so we got that part as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm not all that thrilled with this particular episode because nothing really happened. I mean, it's one thing, don't get me wrong, I actually do like a lot of the daily stuff, things where we watch them having interactions and going around having some more day-to-day slice of life kind of stuff. But even in this episode, I don't think there were particularly anything interesting that happened between the characters, right? Yeah, even the two that were telling Klara, Azumi and Clarice, they didn't really have all that interesting of interactions, right? About the only scene that was the funniest to me would be the scene with them basically barging into a men's bath, right? That was kind of amusing, even though it was cliche. And not to mention, like, I think that one actually isn't their fault, because who the hell opens up the doors whilst they are completely naked, right? That makes no sense at all. But well, anime logic. Anyways, that's it for now. Like I said, I'm not going to be putting too much time and effort into the reviews for this particular series because, well, I think honestly I'm just watching on because, one, I really hate to stop a series in the middle, and two, because I still really want to see the actual battles, right? And hopefully we are going to be getting that in the next episode. It seems that their mechs are going to be fixed up, and from the preview we can see that they are going to be having some actual fights again. So, stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.